All right, thanks, Melanie. We're starting a monthly segment here this morning called The View from Capitol Hill. Congressman Thaddeus McCotter of Michigan is going to be giving us a different look at life on the Hill. Congressman, good to see you.
Nice to be here.
We love your Christmas tie, by the way.
It's my ugly Christmas tie.
You should enter it.
It's ugly year-round, though.
All right, well, the idea of this is that we want to give people, the viewers, an idea of Congress, a different side of it, not just all the elections and the political infighting. Why are you being brave enough to do this for us?
Because you demanded that I do.
I demanded nothing. I simply asked.
Very constituent focused here.
What do you want to get the viewers to get out of this?
Well, I think that it's a chance for them to ask you to ask me questions, which we can cut out the middleman eventually. But it seems to me that they really want to know what people do there. We see the fighting all the time, and as I like to point out, the stuff that we do that we agree on, you don't see on TV. You don't see the members actually talking to each other across the aisle. And so I think it's a chance to see that there are real people there, for better or for worse, with their foibles and failings, but occasionally there's spark of actually doing what the public wants.
All right, and now this month, we asked viewers to send in their questions, and we have one, a secret one from Melanie that you've been trying to get the answer to for weeks.
You've been very, very guarded with that.
All right, first up, question one from Anonymous. When a lawmaker gets elected, what is the process of moving them into their offices? We hear it is quite competitive.
Well, what they do is when you get elected, you go through an orientation process. And as you hit the lame duck period, the members who are either retiring or are leaving, they wind up moving their stuff out. They have a period of time. You then come in, and as a freshman, there'll be a list of how many offices are available. What they do to allot the offices in lame duck is they have what is a lottery, and you go by class. And within your class, you get a number assigned at random. So I have my current office. Eventually, I was watching Let's Talk Live as they did the draft process, and they call my number, and you see what's available, and you get to skulk up there, sniff around, and just purchase your real estate for a period of time.
I love that you were watching Let's Talk Live.
I was. It was a very interesting. I almost was distracted and wound up having an office in the basement.
You almost lost your office.
I would have been in the basement.
All right, question number two. Dan asks, are there any talks of privatizing the Postal Service? A little bit of an issue question here.
Yeah, it's less talk of privatization and more of consolidation. There's a problem. The post office has been losing billions over the past few years, almost $25 billion since 2007. And they're looking at a reduction of employees. They're looking at potentially going to 5-day mail service. They're looking at taking the 1 to 3 first class period of time in which it arrives, moving it back to 2 to 3. But as an older person, I think that the post office still has a very important place in Americans' lives. I think that it's still very exciting. If you say, send somebody a thank you note, you want to make sure it goes in the mail. There's something more personal about that than email. Now maybe when the kids get older, that'll be almost like the Pony Express. But right now, when you think about it, people rely on it. You have men and women that do a very difficult job. I mean, I know you carp about the weather all the time. These people have to go out and they have to deliver it, and they do a very good job. So I hope that any reform proposal we put forward takes into account the men and women that actually perform that job.
Yeah, nobody wants to see the Postal Service go. All right, now finally, question three, Melanie's big secret question. We may have to kill her if you give her the answer. Are there secret rooms just for members of Congress?
Well, you have the cloakroom, where we go. It's our version of the green room, but without pretty people. And then you have the members' balcony where they can go out and they can engage each other. It's just past the press, so you run that gauntlet and don't get caught. You can actually go out and talk to members. You have your private offices, but generally it's the public's building, and when we call it the People's House, we mean it, because it's the only place, the Senate, you can be appointed to. You can become president in the untoward eventuality of your successor leaving, and elevate from vice president. But in the House, you have to get elected to serve in the House. And
there's no secret bunker that you're withholding from Melanie.
Well, if there is, Boehner's not telling me, so I don't survive.
All right, now the cool part about this segment is that we're going to learn different things about different people in Congress, and today you are going to show us one of your talents.
Yes.
What do you have for us?
I'm going to multitask my mediocrity. You've demanded a Christmas song, which you don't usually do.
All these demands.
Which you don't usually do, and I'm going to screw it up.
And you're
especially in this seat you gave me.
You're going to play us out to break. We just want to say happy holidays, and we'll see you next month. All right?
We'll see how this thing rates.
Very nice.